Hey everyone, this is Shaheen from ShaheenMirrowInsights.com, and we are going to be doing the intuitive forecast for the week of April 4th. We're in this new week, this new month, and this new season, and there's all of this amazing energy that's happening around us. And as I was saying last week, this is really a time of going inward, connecting with yourself, cultivating your own intention, and letting the stuff that's not working fall away. So, really, we're always trying to get closer to our own personal flow and how best to use that and what we can be doing to really empower ourselves and live out this amazing, fantastic dream life. So, we're going to look at what's coming up for the week. What are some things that we can look out for and avoid and keep us from having any hurdles or bumps in the road? And what kind of flow can we link into and use to our best advantage? So I've pulled a few cards to look at that flow, at the energetic story. Over the weekend, I did a class that was about your spirit circle, your angels, your spirit guides, and all your other celestial helpers that are always around you. And I wanted to just bring that up for a second because I felt like it was such an important topic and I felt like it was such important information for people to hear because not only did it validate or does it validate that we are always having these spiritual, energetic, intuitive experiences, but it also gave us the knowledge and the permission to use that energy, that wisdom, that insight, and use that group of celestial helpers that are out there. So I wanted to mention that here. I wanted to mention that every one of you has a spirit guide, an angel, or whatever you want to call it. You have a guardian guiding spirit, or as I call it, the spirit circle that's around you and they're helping you and they're guiding you and they're loving you and they're protecting you and they're pushing you into fulfilling your highest good. And when you ask for their help, they're able to help you even more. Because on some level, we're always giving off this sort of silent prayer of needing answers or help or healing or guidance. But when you go straight to it and you say, hey, I need your help. I need my spirits to help me. They're going to come through and they're going to find ways to help you. And I'm not going to say much more about it. I just wanted to put that knowledge out there and give you that push to ask the universe, ask your guides for help. In whatever way you see them, whether you see it as angels with wings or balls of beautiful light or totem animals, or maybe it just feels like it's another facet of your own higher self. However you perceive that to be, just know it's there for you to use. So now let's look at the cards. So the theme for the week, or the first card that we've pulled, is the Death card, or as they have renamed it, Sunset. And we see this figure who is on a horse, and they are riding off into the sunset, into this cavernous mountain range. It feels like there is a lot of landscape expanding before this person, and they are going into it. They're going into this land of big change and magic and alchemy and experience. And the sunset is guiding their path, but it's also leading them into the dark, fertile world of healing and of insight, and maybe even the shadow, which is where we push things, where we hide things, where we avoid things. But it's also where our gifts live, the unacknowledged, unexpressed parts of ourselves that are ready and waiting for us to awaken them and add color to our lives. So the theme is again continuing that idea of going inward and finding what works for you, finding your inner narrative, and letting go of what doesn't. So, really, this is a card of change and transformation and of moving away from things that are no longer serving you, or at least moving away from the current story that you're living into something that is very different and very curious. So go into it and do not make any judgments about what it will be, just be curious about it. So the next card that we have, which kind of represents the beginning of the week, where we're at right now, is the totem of arrows, and it's coyote, the four-legged. And this card is really expressing to us to let go of preconceived notions, let go of judgments, let go of stereotypes, let go of ideas that we have about people and situations that we're in, because maybe our perspective is a little bit one-sided. Sometimes we see things as very one-dimensional, and that one side of it that we see is the side of it that we tend to live from, or we tend to react to. That's the side of it that we are interacting with. It's the part that we've decided to incorporate into our personal narrative. But it's not always the truth, or it's not always the whole of the story. So rather than choosing something limiting, let's see it from another perspective, and one that might actually empower us. So that really goes along wonderfully with the sunset, because we're moving away from some facet or story that we're in now. The third card that we have, which is sort of the middle to the end of the week, is the 10 of arrows. And this is powerful because it's a gathering. It's a gathering of people. It's a gathering of resources. It's a gathering of spirit, and it's a celebration. And this is a reminder to all of us that we have support, we have love, we have foundation, we have people who are out there rooting for us and who are helping us and guiding us. And those people are people who are in our lives, but they're also that spirit circle that I was just talking about, which is so important, again, to remember. You're not alone, and you're not by yourself, and you don't have to figure it all out by yourself. Ask for help and take in that love and the compassion that's being given to you when you need it the most. This is really about being good to yourself, and it's also about remembering that things work out, because there's always potential. If you're living, if you're breathing, if you're here with me right now, there's always potential. So when you hold on to that potential, you create more opportunities rather than cutting yourself off from it by choosing to believe that maybe you're doomed, or maybe it's never going to work out, or maybe you're in a mess, or maybe there's no hope in whatever the situation is that you're in, but there is. And it will start by asking for help. The third card, or the fourth card that we have, is really the weekend. It's where the week wraps up. It's where we wrap up this cycle of energy that we're in. And it's the totem of pipes. And it's eagle, the flyer. And this is such a wonderful card in this spread, in this little fan of energy that we're looking at, because the eagle is majestic and powerful and strong. And the eagle is reminding us that we're flying away from the oppressive and limiting situations that we're in. We're flying away from this holding pattern that we're in, as long as we're willing to go into the sunset, go into the unknown, into the curious world of experience, and we're willing to let go of our old ideas and let go of our one sided viewpoint and feast on and celebrate in and gather with all of the experiences and the people and the love and the good energy that is available to us. That is going to give us that expansive, um, upward, uplifting, empowering mindset and perspective and energy that we're looking for. That's going to give you the wings to fly. So tap into it, connect with it, and allow yourself to go there. Set an intention for yourself for the beginning of the week, something that you want to grow into, something that you want to expand into, something that you want to feed, feel, and nurture in your life, and allow that to be the force propelling you forward. That's going to be a really wonderful exercise for you, and it'll allow you to see a different flow as we move into the following week. So that's what I have. I would love to connect with all of you. If you have any questions that you want to ask that you think could be insightful to everyone, feel free to leave a comment or send me a private message through my contact form on my website, ShaheenMiroInsights.com. And if you want to do your own one-on-one reading, intuitive guidance session with me, feel free to book an appointment. We can look at you and your story and your energy and what's happening and find new intentions and find new ways to help you live more fluidly and creatively. So, all right, I'm sending good vibes to you, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.